Vengeance on Varos, Part 1, starting in 3, 2, 1, go. And here we are.
Here we are indeed, and this
Yeah.
is really loud for me. I'm gonna turn it
Oh,
down
nice.
slightly. There we
This
go.
is
What
with
the
Brian
fuck?
and
What the fuck
with
is
Brian.
this?
I don't know
Okay, there we go.
what did you do? No. I'm here with Brian and Jacob. And we're watching Vengeance on
Yeah.
Varos. Yeah.
AKA the one Colin Baker story I think everyone agrees is good.
It's because
Looks
Philip Martin's actually pretty good at writing.
I remember the commentary to Vengeance on Varos. I think like Nicola Bryant starts it off saying that like this is the best way to start off any story because was it you got the shot of the shirtless guy coming up here? Yeah, there.
With that's Sean Connery's son, I think.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Huh.
Bullshit. I call bullshit.
Well, obviously not, Brian. Oh yeah, but I wanted to say though, because you said it's the one TV Cullen story that everyone can agree is good, except for like people that like that like love the McCoy era a bit too much. They're like, oh yeah, there's nothing substantial in the Cullen Baker era. They're like, because they say like, oh yeah, this is a politically charged story, but all it boils down to is like this really surface level message about how TV bad.
Well, here's the thing. I think there's more historical context that we're missing. I think the idea is that it's going against the whole like black market videos of like fake snuff films and just like exploitation, or at least I think that's what Martin's intention is.
I'd agree with that.
Also, I'm gonna be honest, these two are pointless but a welcome addition to the script.
Oh yeah, they're really fun.
Like they add so much depth, and you can do so much world building, even though like they never meet the Doctor. Like they're just two people.
Mm-hmm. But they're literally the audience. Like, they feel like they know the Doctor and Perry by the end.
I feel like the male actor here has been in it before. I feel like I've seen him in more than just this.
Well, Sheila Reed's been in a lot of Who. She was in Time of the Doctor.
Okay, you say that. That was literally the only other thing she was in.
But she's also been in a bunch of Big Finish.
Oh, has she?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember which off the top of my head. Hang on.
But
I'm gonna do a good old fashioned.
What's this guy been in though?
I can check. Let me check. Oh, he was in Genesis of the Daleks.
Oh?
Yeah, as Yevrin.
Who?
As Severin.
Yeah, who's that?
As you know the Muto that Sarah Jane's with?
Oh, okay. Oh, nice. Okay.
That's him.
Well, I guess that would explain why Brian recognizes him, because didn't you like just watch that for your review, Brian?
Actually, I didn't watch it for my review. The last time I watched it was probably a year ago.
Well, I'm sure you've seen it a bunch then.
I have seen it.
Oh, you know what? I know why we recognize Sheila Reed so much. She played Benny's mom in Goodnight, Sweet Ladies.
I didn't listen to Goodnight, Sweet Ladies.
I didn't.
Oh yes. Oh yes, I did. What am I saying?
I was gonna say yes, you did.
Wait. I was thinking of a completely different story. Sorry, you're right. What other Big Finish was she in?
She was also in The Middle.
I still haven't heard that one.
Yeah, and that's it. But I thought she was in more, honestly.
So, which Perry Blob costume is preferable? The pink blob or the blue blob?
I like the blue one.
Yeah, I think the blue one's nicer.
Yeah.
The pink just doesn't look good.
Why do you call it a blob costume?
It's just a fucking blob. It's just, I don't know. It's just one color. I don't know. You got the belt there. I mean, I guess that's nice. They swap color palettes between stories. I guess also the pink blob.
Oh, and here's Syl.
I guess the pink blob also looks really awful, especially considering like Perry actually changes into a really good costume in the second half of Attack of the Cybermen.
The pink one's just not particularly pleasing to look at.
Also, okay, so it's weird seeing Martin Jarvis because I just recently wasn't he in, what did I listen to that he was in? I listened to something that he was in.
He's in Jubilee.
Yeah, I listened
remember
to Jubilee recently.
That's right. Yeah.
I also
Oh yeah, because you've been re-listening to all the main range, right, Jacob?
I've just been re-listening to basically all of my Big Finish in order.
Nice.
Plus Adam Adamant Lives that came out yesterday.
Cool.
Ooh, I bought The Dark Husband, so we can do the next text discussion soon.
Do we have to? I don't like Dark Husband.
Dark Husband's great. Fuck off, Jacob.
We can also agree Nabil Shaban is amazing.
Oh yeah. Didn't he get blacklisted by the BBC?
He might have been. I don't know.
I think he was at some point, but I forget why. Or maybe he still is. I don't know.
Anyway, outside of Martin Jarvis's Doctor Who work, I know he's done some like audio stories, like not audio stories, audio books of other stuff too. There was one I listened to a while ago.
I know he reads the audiobook version of Good Omens. Which
he read Lord of the Flies at one point too, and I listened to that for my school reading of that. So, and his voice just fit every character perfectly.
I fucking love Martin Jarvis.
He had this sort of,
he's still alive. I thought.
No, Martin Jarvis is still alive.
For the character of like, I think his name's Jack in Lord of the Flies. He had this really nice, sneering and snivelly voice. It was really nice. It was really fucking cool. I'm not gonna lie. It's great.
Oh yeah, speaking of audiobooks, I still need to listen to the finished Romance of Crime Chapter 3. We'll do that later tonight.
I know Marcus was really excited about it.
Nice.
And I'm glad. Because I was like, hooray! I'm pleasing.
Can we agree that this still costume is better than the one he's in Mind Warp with?
By far.
Yeah, but I don't mind the Mind Warp one.
The Mind Warp isn't bad, and I actually really like the one they put Christopher Ryan in Mind Warp.
He's Kiv, right?
Yeah, he's Kiv.
Oh yeah, I do really like the Kiv costume then. Oh, that is an effect.
What are we talking about? The one on the scanner?
Yeah.
The blue screen. It is blue screen, right?
Yeah, it's.
It looks like the scanner, like the blue screen was kind of like protruding into a wall that it shouldn't have.
Why are they using blue screen? It's the 80s. Stop using blue screen.
I think they used blue screen. I think they started with yellow screen in like the 70s.
Well, they also didn't they use green screen in Underworld?
No,
that was all blue screen.
Wait. Oh, that's right. Wait, no, because I know there are like some shots in part 1 of Underworld where you can literally just see the what is it, blue screen, I guess, then.
Yeah, or it could have been yellow. It could have still been yellow.
Here's the thing about the blue screen. Blue screen doesn't work as well as green screen. So it's like, it's bad.
I mean, basically, like, it depends on the production you're doing. Whatever the most standout color will be that you can easily cut and replace it.
It doesn't help that I don't think Ron Jones is that great of a Doctor Who director.
Is that who directed this?
Yeah.
I don't know. I always thought Vengeance looked pretty good.
Yeah,
this is one of his better efforts, but there's still shots you can tell.
Oh, wait, what other one did we watch that he did, Brian? Did he do Time Flight?
He did Black Orchid.
Oh, that's right. He did Black Orchid. Yeah. I don't know. I don't mind Black Orchid either.
No, I'm gonna have to go with Jacob on that one. Black Orchid is.
He does a really good job in Arc of Infinity where he gets to use location footage.
Yeah. We just like agree that like Classic Who on location looks so fucking good.
Yeah.
Two Doctors is just beautiful.
Dude, it's gorgeous. I can't wait to see that on Blu-ray.
Actually,
Jacob, you haven't gotten a chance to watch Talons yet, have you?
I haven't watched anything from season 14 on Blu-ray. I'm going to start going into it in order after I finish writing my review for Ultimate Foe.
It's like I'm really excited for Talons on Blu-ray, like because first all location footage is gonna look amazing.
Save the Hand of Fear disc till the end.
I know it's got the Liz Sladen documentary.
It's got the Liz Sladen on it, yeah. And I'm gonna do it in order, but I don't want to watch it because it's gonna be sad.
It's gonna hurt even more because I just finished binging all of Sarah Jane Adventures last month.
I've only seen a clip from that documentary, and it's the one where Tom Baker chokes up, and that fucking killed me.
So have we. That's.
Oh yeah.
Brian,
that went viral on Doctor.
I only started looking. I just only started looking at this to see what was on what, like, because we don't get the breakdown things, which is annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Talons gets 2 discs.
Nice.
Mainly because the special edition of Talons has 3 discs, the DVD. So like.
Oh yeah.
There's a new Talons commentary. There's a new commentary on Talons and Face of Evil with Tom.
Oh shit, nice. Because I remember watching the original Talons commentary and like it was really good, but it was missing Tom Baker.
Yeah.
Because I know.
So like my plan is I want to go
through. I think, was Louise on the original?
Louise was in. I think Louise dipped in and out, and Philip Hinchcliffe was there too.
Yeah. Oh, the guy who played Lee Sen Chang was there too. I can't remember his name.
John Bennett.
That's it. I am really excited for the CG rat though.
Yeah, there's this.
I usually don't look forward to the CGI replacements because I like watching the originals, but I do really want to see how that looks.
See, I look forward to them because at least with Doctor Who DVDs, you get the originals with them.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like for me, like I like to see them, but just for like the sake of seeing how they've updated it. Like I like what is it? Ark in Space has like just that compilation of the updated shots, and you could see that compared to the original, and then because I personally like would never watch the updated special effects as part of the story.
See, I do that every time. I put on the updated special effects if they're available.
That's why I hate watching Day of the Daleks anywhere that isn't the original DVD.
Because I've seen, the originals. I make sure that I've seen the originals, and then every subsequent rewatch, I use the updated version. So, yeah.
Though I think there is one. I think Revelation of the Daleks, the DVD. I know there is some CG that you can't turn off because I think there was a damage to like the Part 2 print. Or something like in the transfer they had CG and effect again.
I think
when I first watched Varos, I thought that Syl was just played by a normal looking guy and like he was like inside the tank thing there.
I thought that too. Okay, can you talk about his what is it with his silent servants? That's just.
Brian, is Jacob cutting in and out for you?
He's cutting in and out for me. Yeah.
Let me check something.
Oh, you're good now. Hang on.
Nah, he's still a bit robotic for me.
Am I good now?
Not quite.
So is Neil Saban actually just really fucking short?
Yeah, look him up.
Jeez. Okay, yeah. I'll have to do that later.
Want me to send you a picture quick?
Is that better?
There we go.
What was I thinking? I had something I wanted to say. It was relevant to whatever we were talking about. Can't remember it now. Oh yeah, so I finally sold all my season 12 DVDs.
Finally.
So I'm going to get the Blu-ray relatively soon.
It's a good one.
Yeah. Jeez. So there's that. I've got quite a few things I want to buy coming up here.
Can we talk about how weird Time Lord Victorious sounds?
Yeah. I'm kind of looking forward to the Big Finish ones, but also with the announcement today about the McGann and Tennant crossover, I'm just like, they really built up this big announcement, and I don't know. I'm kind of disappointed that it's not Eccleston.
My question is, how long is it?
Yeah, like is it gonna go past 2020 or like what's going on
I
with that?
think it's just set for like September through December.
Like I think I'll read the books because what there are only two books that we know of so far, and I'll get the Big Finish stuff. But I mean, like I can't be bothered with the comics.
Uh, I can't be bothered with comics most of the time. I might be bothered with comics in this case.
So my dad thinks Martin Jarvis looks like Robert Redford.
I disagree.
Also, my dad apparently watched like late Baker to early Baker when he was a kid on PBS.
Oh, interesting. This is one thing that does bother me about Vengeance, though, is they spend so long in the TARDIS.
It's the big problem with season 22 is that the writers didn't know how to. For a lot of the stories they wrote the two-parters as if they were still doing the 25-minute format, so the Doctor doesn't get involved until the end of part two. And
Well,
part one.
it almost seems like Vengeance could have been a two-part story, but then they extended part one and part two to each to 45 minutes, if that makes sense. So like the normal amount of time that the Doctor and companion would spend in a TARDIS in part one, and they would leave about halfway through, is now extended to that full first like 25 minutes.
I mean, at least with two Doctors, it doesn't hurt as much because
you're playing with two TARDIS teams, yeah.
Let's be honest, the worst part one is in Revelation of the Daleks.
Oh yeah. But then it's also kind of the reverse of it though, because they're not in the TARDIS at all. You don't see the interior of the TARDIS in Revelation of the Daleks.
Yeah, but they don't get involved into the story until like 30 minutes into part two.
Yeah. Which I don't mind because Revelation of the Daleks has such a rich world of characters.
Yeah.
Revelation of the Daleks. I'm kind of salty that we don't have the original clip of Colin Baker finishing off his line saying, "I'll take you to Blackpool."
Well, did you see that? What was it? Harry Robbins did it. I think he cleaned it up the best he could because we have a very rough version of the finishing of that line, and
I didn't see it.
Yeah, the picture and audio quality goes to absolute shit. But I mean, I could try to find it quick here.
If you could like send me a link to that, because I've always been really intrigued by that and wondered if it actually existed. Because I've only heard rumors.
It exists, but like when he says to Blackpool, like the quality of it just goes down immensely.
That's fine. I just want to see it, man.
Funny thing is, in rewatching Ultimate Foe, I watched it with the info text on, and I have a lot. As much as I don't particularly like Pip and Jane Baker's stories, I have so much respect for them as writers.
I do too, but I mean that also. I mean, admittedly, I don't want to sound like a dick, but it may just be because they're both dead now. I don't know.
Oh no, I always had at least a little respect because I knew trying to follow up the Ultimate Foe with the stunts that Eric Sayward pulled. Because let's be honest,
what video were we on that we were talking about that? That you were just talking about the original Robert Holmes' original plan.
The Reichenbach fall idea, where the Doctor and the Valeyard end up dueling in the Matrix, and then they both die in unseen circumstances. One time Lord comes out, and you're not quite sure if it's the Doctor or the Valeyard for most of season 24.
And God, that would be so good. All right, here, Brian. I just sent you that picture of the guy who plays Syl, and I'm sending you the link to the Blackpool clip.
Hooray! Look at the guy who plays Syl. I'll save the Blackpool clip for later. Holy shit, he is really short.
Yeah, that is just him. Like, yeah, I always thought the same thing too. I was like, oh yeah, it's just like it's a regular sized guy inside the inside the tank there. But no, that's just him.
Okay, can we agree that Creed of the Cromon is basically basically a remake of Vengeance on Varos? In a lot of ways. In a lot of ways.
It's written by Philip Martin, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, and I could kind of see the comparison, but it deviates a lot from what Varos does correctly.
I can, because the way I visualize it, the color palette of the story is very similar to Varos, but like the actual plot itself isn't really Varos-y at all.
I need to re-listen to the Divergent arc. I only ever re-listened to Scherzo and never read anything else.
And here we have the Phantom of the Opera.
God, how many fucking Phantom of the Opera parallels are there in Classic Who?
It was very big at the time.
3, I think.
Because you got Talons, Caves, and this. Is there anything else?
I think it's just those. Here's the thing. Phantom premiered in 85, I think.
Yeah.
This is pre-Phantom of the Opera, Brian.
It is?
This was made in 1984.
Well, yeah, but it's not like it predates the book.
I did a...
Hence why they never do the half-mask.
Yeah.
I did a story that had that information in there at some point. Why? I'm fucking dumb.
This is probably the closest it gets to the half mask in this one.
Mm-hmm.
This guy looking like a young Paul Darrow, though.
No, I see it, yeah. How good is Paul Darrow in Time Lash?
He's fucking great.
Like, people always make fun of me for really liking Time Lash. I'm like, look,
Time Lash isn't good.
I'm like, look, if Paul Darrow wasn't there, I'd fucking hate it. But Paul Darrow's there, and he's amazing, and it's great.
Paul Darrow saves it.
He
100%.
does. He saves the entire. Oh, him and Colin Baker off of each other, especially.
Oh yeah, they fucking bounce right off each other.
They ham it up. I fucking love it.
Also, Paul Darrow in The Next Life.
Is he in The Next Life?
He is in The Next Life.
Who is he?
Not Persuasion, the other one.
He's
okay.
Harris's dad. That guy.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I never realized that was Paul Darrow. See, I need to re-listen to the Divergent arc.
What's his face?
He's really
Guidance.
creepy.
Guidance is the character's name.
Is that his name?
Yeah, I just looked it up because I have it downloaded because... Yeah.
Oh, Jacob, I don't know if Brian told you, but he ordered a copy of the Dimension Riders, and, I mean, can we just get an F in the chat for Brian's soul?
Oh, God, Brian.
Well, he's doing... Well, Jacob, be happy. He's actually doing a full arc in the VNAs.
Is he going to read the entire arc?
He's going to read the alternate history cycle,
Okay,
yeah.
Brian, I promise you, we won't hate you if you just skip the Dimension Riders and go on to Hummingbird.
No, I must do it just for my own
but like
bullshit.
Because I was talking with Brian last night, Jacob, and I was like, look, if it wasn't for the Dimension Riders, the alternate history cycle would probably be the best arc in all of Doctor Who, in my opinion.
Yeah,
because Dimension Riders is the only bad book in it. The rest are fucking amazing. Although they may not all be in my top 10 VNAs, they all belong in my top 10 VNAs.
Here's another Earthshock helmet reuse.
Oh, really? Huh.
Oh yeah, that's so obvious. It's been repainted and adapted.
Updated slightly, yeah.
Oh yeah, so my sister has started the Capaldi era, because that's where she's at in Doctor Who, meaning she's almost fully caught up with Doctor Who as an 11-year-old. But we were watching Into the Dalek today, and I just made this little joke to myself that was like the supporting cast in Into the Dalek is bringing back the age-old tradition in Classic Who of like a bunch of space soldiers that all look exactly the same, so you don't remember who they are by the end.
Hi, Eric Sabert Stories.
My first thought was Earthshock, actually. So.
Well, it's Earthshock and Resurrection.
Yeah.
Does Syl have bat wings? He
No.
does. Syl has little bat wings.
Oh, he has
Fuck.
like a little...
Wait, what are those?
Those are gill flaps, I think.
No, they're attached to his arms.
I think those are supposed to be fins, because he's like amphibious. I'm surprised people don't call this story racist.
Why?
Silent black people. Okay, I love that. I love that little bit.
Don't give that one guy any more ideas. Jesus Christ, Jacob.
Jacob, don't you know Scribbles is right about everything? Or no, Brian, don't you know? Did I say Jacob?
I love this guy's like,
I disproved each of his points.
Oh, look at him go.
Just add over like James Bond sings whenever Jason Connery does shit.
Fucking love Martin Jarvis so much.
What other Doctor Who stories has he been in? He was in Web Planet.
Was he? Oh yes,
yeah.
he was.
Yeah, that he was.
Oh, he was in Invasion of the Dinosaur. That's it. And he read the audiobook for Dinosaur Invasion.
I have to get the audiobook for Dinosaur Invasion.
Do I have the audiobook for Dinosaur Invasion? Because I have a bunch of audiobooks through Audible. Like they were releasing them in like nice little collections of 5.
Yeah, I think I have the Master Collection.
I have. Let's check that. I'm trying to get them like all of them because they're a lot of them are really really good.
I think like the Master Collection has.
Yes, it's included in the second unit's collection. So I do have that one because my intention is to eventually listen to them. I listened to the Cybermen one, read by Annika Wills, the one of Moonbase.
That's supposed to be. Yeah, I was gonna say that's supposed to be the Moonbase, right?
It's good. It's good.
Nice.
I like Jerry Davis's writing style.
Was it Caroline John who did the one for the Silurians?
Yeah, she did like monsters? All of the.
Yeah, because I remember you listened to that one, Brian.
Yeah, that one was really good.
Nice. I'm quite excited to start collecting Troughton targets. That's where I'm coming up to next. And I didn't know actually that the Power and Evil novelizations were like basic.
Really long.
Yeah, I was gonna say like I saw them on someone's shelf and I was like, oh, they're basically like VNA length.
Yeah, that's part of the reason why they're so rare.
Huh. Because they stepped so far. I mean, technically, they're not published by Target, right? Or no, they were published by Target.
No, they were published by Virgin.
They were? Okay.
But there's
Virgin
told
owns
you
this
Target.
already.
Own Target.
Yeah.
So.
Are these the same like little buggy things from the Happiness Patrol?
I don't think so. I think the buggies in Happiness Patrol are bigger. Because I'm pretty sure the buggies from Happiness Patrol can fit 3 people on them.
Well, no, because isn't like Ace like riding on the back of one in Happiness Patrol?
You know what story's awful?
What?
Time in the Ronnie.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, but I mean, like, it's still kind of fun.
I was watching it the other day. And
again,
part
of the problem is J&T is a great producer. He's not a good script editor.
Oh yeah, because that was before like he actually like had Cartmel on board, right?
Like Cartmel's credited as script editor. I think.
Well, no. Actually, no. I remember reading an interview once. Cartmel said like Time in the Ronnie landed on his desk and he was like, "This is already done, and you have to shoot it in a week. I can't do anything else to it."
Yeah. Like, what's interesting is Terror of the Vervoids doesn't have a script editor credit.
Oh, doesn't it?
It doesn't. It was J&T.
Wait, so who scripted it at Ultimate Foe then?
J&T did part 2.
And did Sayward do part 1, I guess?
Sayward is credited on part 1 because Terror and Ultimate Foe have the same production code. They're both 7C.
That's weird.
So Ultimate Foe was filmed first.
So weird.
Because Ultimate Foe was filmed because the first thing that they did on each story was
because they actually had scripts for Ultimate Foe. Wait, that makes sense. Gotcha.
They had the script for part 1.
Wait, the way they filmed it, did they do Ultimate Foe Part 1, Terror of the Vervoids, and then Ultimate Foe Part 2?
No, they did Ultimate Foe Parts 1 and 2 plus Vervoid trial scenes together.
And then the rest of Vervoids. Okay, that's weird.
Yeah. Like, a bit in Terror of the Vervoids is
what a mess of a season. I love Trial personally, but like I accept that like it's a clusterfuck of a season.
Part of the problem is that we could have had Part 14 written by Robert Holmes, except Michael Grade stepped in and was like, I don't like this Mysterious Planet script. You're rewriting it, Holmes. We could have. They probably still would have changed the ending. But we would have.
Yeah, because J&T was like 100% against it. But I wonder if that was more of an FU to Sayward, because Sayward was like really for it.
Well, no, I think
as he fucking should be. It's such a good idea.
I think J&T wanted to save the show. That was his goal with Trial. He didn't want to see the show end, and he was afraid that ending it like that would cause it to end.
See, it's a tricky business then, because like if you want to keep the show going,
more intrigue.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, well, yeah, it's tricky there because like you want to say that it would create more intrigue, but then there's the possibility of people absolutely hating that idea. But then the same applies to the idea of the Valeyard as a whole, just being the Doctor. That could really alienate audiences, and they still went ahead with that.
Sayward was okay with the change of being 12th between his 12th and final incarnation, instead of just that was the original idea was the Valeyard was just going to be the 13th Doctor. Yeah.
The Valeyard was the end.
I mean, that makes sense. I would like that.
I like the way they did it.
Oh yeah, it still works.
And I'm going to be honest, Ultimate Foe, the first episode is definitely a last hurrah from Holmes. Like,
I love Ultimate Foe Part 1. It's fucking gorgeous.
There's so much sparkling dialogue. Popelwick is such a fun character.
Oh yes, I love Popelwick.
But yeah, that fight between Sayward and J&T about how to end Trial of the Time Lord is the straw that's the straw that broke the camel's back. That's what got him yoinked and outed, because Sayward was just like, I'm not fucking changing it, man. And J&T was basically like, I'm your boss, so you're changing it or you're fired.
It also didn't help that Sayward did not like Pip and Jane Baker, and only agreed to Vervoid.
Which really, who can blame him?
It's not like their scripts stand out like a sore fucking thumb in the Colin Baker era. They're such a far cry from what the entire era was like and what it was about.
I mean, yeah.
Speaking of the straw that broke the camel's back, that is the name of one of the stories in Decalogue 1, and it was one of my favorites from it.
Who wrote it?
David J. Howe, I believe.
Oh.
Sorry, no, that was Vanessa Bishop. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Is Vanessa Bishop related to David Bishop?
I don't know. I know she wrote for Doctor Who magazine, though, right?
Yeah, I know she was a big fan. It's so weird that like Kate Orman is the big female Doctor Who author, yet you have like the Decalogues, which have other female authors that just never got a book.
Yeah, Vanessa Bishop is great, and I mean, like, it kind of fascinates me that Rona Munro never wrote for like the New Adventures or anything.
Yeah, that is weird.
But I guess Survival is kind of a totally separate entity from what the Seventh Doctor era is about, and it just kind of happens to fit perfectly in there. Because the script as a whole is like Rona Munro getting out some very personal things for herself, but I guess it doesn't have much to do. It just happens to slot in nicely, like I said.
It just works.
Yeah.
I would love to see Cartmel come back and write for Whittaker.
I don't know. I would love that, but I mean, like, I feel like Cartmel is so opposed to where Doctor Who is at right now. He
because because the Timeless Children is not the Cartmel master plan fulfilled, like everyone seems to think it is.
Whatever anyone says, like it's such a far cry from what Cartmel wanted.
I've said it before. I'll say it again. If you think Long Barrow is just looms, you clearly have not read Long Barrow.
I mean, there are people out there that think the entire line of VNAs is just looms. Like people like go around shouting, like, "Oh, looms exist, you know the other," and like that couldn't be further from the truth. There are 2 books that focus on the other, and they're both by Mark Platt.
And looms are a big part. I guess. Well, no, technically, Cold Fusion focuses on the other.
I said New Adventures, though.
Oh, New Adventures. Oh, right. Well, even in the full line, there are only like 3 books.
Yeah. And if you want to take Neil Penzick's word for it, maybe what's his face from the Pit is the other.
Yeah. No.
But you know that was Penzick's intention.
I don't care.
What was I gonna say? Shit, I was going somewhere with that though. Fuck, I can't remember now.
Okay, the weird carnival music in this scene. Who did the score for this one?
Is there a reason that these Sill scenes like look so aesthetically different from the rest of the story?
I don't know. I
like it almost looks like it's shot on a different fucking camera. They have like a whole new set of lights here. It's
so
just
really overlit.
I don't know.
It doesn't need to be dark. Like, I expect it's a TV studio, so you can make it lighter than, because I think they do a really good job of making the actual torture stuff look like this is not a story that falls from Doctor Who 80s syndrome of overlit white sets.
Yeah.
Hi, Warriors of the Deep.
It's not just 80s that falls to that.
Hi, Time Lash.
Well, you're right about that one.
I'm also right about Warriors.
Hey! You're right, but fuck off.
Hi! Why can't I think of any other ones? I know there are more.
There are a lot in Tom Baker's era.
Oh, hi, Invisible Enemy.
The Ark in Space. I have a race.
I think it works in Ark in Space given the context of the story.
No, Ark in Space works because
it's supposed to be this really sterile environment, and
right. But the way Holmes wrote it and the way Hinchcliffe wanted it was they wanted
high revenge. Let's be honest, it doesn't work in Revenge of the Cybermen. It works in Ark in Space, but it does not work in Revenge of the Cybermen.
I don't think so, especially because it's not the writer and the producer's original vision for it.
Also, I'm excited for Return of the Cybermen just to see what it's like. Also, Sarah Jane and Harry.
Yeah, Sadie Miller.
Apparently, all of this dialogue in this scene was unscripted.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me. I haven't put up my Revenge of the Cybermen commentary. Shit.
Do you mean review?
Review, yeah.
Oh, Jacob, also, you'll really like the Mark Platt story in Decalogue 1.
Good to know.
It's a story about the Delgado Master, and it like follows him throughout the whole thing.
It'll be interesting. Because I think is the Decalogue pre-Missing Adventures?
Yes, it is. Not too long. So like they definitely like knew they were doing the Missing Adventures at that point, but Decalogue, I guess, was originally started because it was published in '93. It started as like a celebration. It was published in '94.
But it was probably put together as a celebration for
the 30th.
Okay.
Which is a much better celebration than both Dimensions in Time and the Dimension Riders.
Which bringing us back to the Dimension Riders, Brian. Just power through it. It's not a good book.
Just speed read it. Tell it to fuck off.
It's basically Shada.
I'm fine with that.
But it's like not funny Shada. Like there isn't Douglas Adams' charm.
I don't like Shada for the humorous bits.
Daniel Blythe is not Douglas Adams.
That's fine.
See, Jacob, Brian's gonna purposely love it now just to spite us.
I mean, I still think Infinite Requiem is the worst book.
Oh yeah, Infinite Requiem is much worse.
And I will say, I like Benny's scenes in Dimension Riders are good.
Oh yeah, that's the good bit, and it's like a third of the book, so it's pretty solid. But the rest is kind of shite. And I remember, like, when I started reading it, I said to you,
I mean,
like,
I'm not. If you guys think I'm going in with high expectations, you're wrong.
Wait, Left Hand Hummingbird will be Brian's first experience with Kate Orman, won't it be? Oh wait, no,
he
Vampire
wrote
Science.
Vampire Science. And I think his next EDA is a Kate Orman too, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I remember when I started reading Dimension Riders, I texted you, Jacob, and I was like, oh, this isn't nearly as bad as you said it was. And then I got like 50 pages in, and I was like, yep, okay, I see.
Yeah, it starts off great.
It's pretty promising, yeah.
I have ice cream.
Jacob, I gotta say though, you really missed out stopping with reading the Benny New Adventures, because like they're so good.
I imagine they're good.
They're really good.
I've got to ask, how much do they cost?
The most I've ever spent on one, I don't think I've ever spent more than 20.
I might start doing them.
What? I've never noticed that before.
What?
He has question mark suspenders.
How did you never know that?
I don't know. I just never noticed.
Okay, can we agree that the cliffhanger of this, I don't like the evil laugh.
Oh no, I love it. I love this entire cliffhanger. It's so perfect.
See, I have the problem. I think and cut it now, and then just as soon as that happens, no hold would work so much better.
I don't hate the laugh.
It's decent, but it could have been better. I also think you'll like the Birthright cliffhangers I chose.
Nice.
One is a villainy monologue.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, the most things that got cut was our good friend Ace, because her story isn't great.
I don't mind it. I mean, it's fine. It doesn't take up too much. Okay. It doesn't take up too much of the book either.
I combined a few characters in it.
Oh, that's fine.
And I cut a couple scenes here and there.
You didn't cut anything with my man Popov, did you?
I think one short scene.
No, it's not bad.
Jacob just nervously says, I may have removed him from the entire thing.
Oh, no.
No, Jacob, fuck off. No, Brian, you're playing Popov.
I'm playing Popov?
Because Colin Baker plays him.
You have no choice in the matter. You're playing Popov.
I wrote it into the
playing
script.
Popov because Colin Baker plays him?
Yes.
Yes.
Dude, I get to be a double role. I get to play Colin Baker while he's not playing the Doctor. That's fucking amazing.
And he does a Russian accent.
Oh, what?
Yeah, he's Russian, right, Jacob?
Yeah, he's Russian.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
That shot is brilliant.
So, Jacob, do you have Birthright on CD?
Yep. I do.
Send me some reference clips.
Okay, slight problem with that.
Yeah?
I intentionally did not go to the CD for any inspiration. And Joey, I would like you to avoid using the CD for inspiration.
I haven't heard the story either, so
yeah.
I've only read the
book. I don't need it for inspiration. I just need to know what the voice sounds like.
No. Just do a Russian accent. You don't need to be like Colin Baker doing a Russian accent.
Motherfucker.
I will tell you, it's a very different performance from his Doctor performance.
That's fine. I want to hear it, though.
Let me see if I can... I think I have the CD on my computer. I can...
Jacob, are you telling me that you're making downloads of CD-only releases?
Yes. That's not illegal.
I'm just being an ass. Don't listen to
getting
me.
the content cop on you.
I don't think that's illegal.
Vengeance on Varos, Part 2, starting in 3, 2, 1, go. We back.
Doctor Who theme in all caps. Look at that face. I want to kiss it.
What is with the BritBox like VHS quality that it loads for the Colin Baker era?
I don't know. For some reason,
that is really bad quality. Like,
it does it for almost like every Colin Baker and I think like mid to late Davison story on BritBox.
Some of them are like VHS rips. Others are like DVD rips. It's weird.
Why do you need fucking VHS rips on your widely popular British streaming service?
Because I mean, Vengeance on Varos is weird. The DVD count in what, 2013?
Yeah, I think so. And I only know that because of the 5-ish Doctors.
The special edition came out. But I think even on the original edition, it looked better than...
Oh yeah, definitely. This one has extra features. Even more of me.
One of my favorite stories.
I fucking love... Now I want to rewatch it.
Same. Just for Colin. Colin's the best thing about it.
I don't know. I do love Sylvester in it.
My favorite, you know what? My other favorite thing about it is they got Ian McKellen to do a little bit.
And Peter Jackson.
I mean, Peter Jackson isn't a surprise. He's a big Doctor Who fan. Yeah. That's why he was.
Well, I mean, I guess you figure it's around the same time that they did the Snowman, right?
Well, no, because they were clearly that was shot in New Zealand during the Hobbit.
Yeah, no. I'm saying but Ian McKellen would still be like okay with Doctor Who at the time because like he just did the Snowman.
I mean, he's probably still okay with Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Gosh, where?
You don't have to do it right now, Jacob.
I just want to make sure I can get it to you. Oh, the acid bath sequence.
A lot of people hate this one. I don't mind it.
It's questionable, but like it's still really fun and not really out of character for the Doctor.
Apparently, in the script, that body bag was that was supposed to be a body, like without a body bag.
Ew.
And the censors went, no, guys, no.
Does Varos go much darker than other Who? Like,
I don't think so.
I'd argue Hinchcliffe went darker with body horror in like Seeds of Doom.
I'd argue this season went darker with Revelation of the Daleks.
Yeah. Oh, and Talons went darker with Magnus Greel.
And with the fact that we see a man get stabbed in the back and fall face forward as he dies.
Well, I think in this one
we see a companion kill a man.
In the Two Doctors, doesn't fucking Shock Eye like stab a guy like twice in the gut and leave him to bleed out?
You see blood.
And then like he has like this long drawn out death scene.
That's like really. It's
actually in that same
really
scene,
fucking
scene
sad
in Talons. In that same scene in Talons where Leela stabs the guy trying to kill the Doctor, like it's played for comedic effect, just like the acid scene here.
Forgive me if I don't join you.
Brian, could you do the rest of this commentary doing Colin Baker's voice?
No.
I'll do the rest of it as McCoy if you do that.
No.
Jacob will do the rest of it as Paul. Jacob will do the rest of it as Paul McGann if you do that.
I just switch back and forth between them, improvising a conversation.
Here it comes. Oh, fuck. I forgot about that.
I was thinking, I should probably put together Sixth Doctor costume for myself at some point.
Wait, here's the line.
Forgive me if I don't join you.
So good.
Look at that voluptuous ass. Thicky boy Colin. God damn it, Martin Jarvis. Have my babies.
Oh,
do you guys follow that that hourly Sixth Doctor era page on Twitter?
Yeah, I just followed it recently.
It has some really cool behind the scenes pictures that I never seen before.
Just like pictures in general that I've never seen before.
Yeah.
Maybe...
Oh wait, Brian, you probably started following it because I shared it with the Burning Heart cover, right?
No, I started following it on my own.
Ah, cool.
I just realized it's Thursday night. Sorry, I have been...
It is Thursday night. I have ACT tutoring stuff I need to do after this.
I have work in the morning. Why the hell would he not recognize the Doctor until he takes off the mask?
Like, look at the fucking coat. The coat is all you fucking need. Sorry, I just, like, probably exploded my microphone with that. My bad.
You sounded fine on my end.
This guy's just a cunt. I don't like him.
That's kind of the point of the performance,
Yeah,
Brian.
I don't think you're supposed to.
I like Syl, though.
I mean, Syl is still a cunt, though.
He's a cunt, but I like him.
I wonder how the other big Finish Syl story is, like Antidote to Oblivion.
Wait, are there two of them?
Well, yeah, there's two of them.
Oh yeah, because they're Mission to Magnus. That's right.
Yeah.
No, there's also one with Flip.
I like Mission to Magnus.
I'm not a fan of Mission to Magnus.
I can see why you didn't.
I've not heard it.
It's not a particularly good Ice Warrior story either.
You know it is a good Ice Warrior story though.
God Engine.
Lords of the Red Planet.
Lords of the Red Planet is good.
It's brilliant. I love it.
Go ahead, Jacob. Go ahead.
I do. I love it so much. I don't know. Michael Troughton's great. Charlie Hayes is great.
I forgot Charlie Hayes is in that.
Yeah. I wish they would do more stuff with Charlie Hayes' death. That's a different topic.
Just do a human nature adaptation. What else is Death in? She's also in what, Set Piece, Sleepy.
Oh, I added Death in Birthright.
Oh fuck yeah.
Because I kind of had like the good side of the TARDIS be Death.
Nice.
Because she's there in like one scene at the beginning.
Could you maybe not spoil our upcoming adaptations, Jacob?
Oh right, yeah. Disregard that. Joey will edit in a censor bar.
The Security Kitchen production censor bar is just Warriors of the Deep is a very good story. Yes, it is. Warriors of the Deep is a very good story. It just keeps playing over.
There was one thing, I can't remember what Jacob said, but it was during our Paul McGann discussion. And it was so fucking vile that even I was like, nope, can't put that on the internet.
Wait, wait. Did you actually cut something from that video?
I cut a small thing Jacob said, and I was just like, And, I can go pretty far with jokes. You've seen me do
Did
it.
I go too far?
You went too far.
What did I say?
I can't remember. I just remember
Jacob's the
being
reserved one. Why would you censor Jacob?
and I was just like, nope, can't put that up there.
When did we do the Palm Again video?
That was like a year and a half ago, I want to say.
So was I in like a bad place, maybe?
I don't know.
Because I can get really edgy when I get into a bad place.
Looks at what he was adapting at the time. It was the pit.
It was something that just wouldn't have gone.
No, the pit was just a year ago. Because I remember I started it around this time.
Oh yeah, I kept your little note at the beginning of the script with sanity checks.
I think you made a joke in poor taste about James Dreyfus or something, and I was just like, way too topical, man. Nope.
Wait, what would he have said?
I can't remember, but it was bad enough for me
because if all he said was like James Dreyfus is a good master, like that's not reason to fucking.
No, that wasn't it. It was a joke, and I was just like, no. And it takes a lot for me to be like that. I just wish I could remember what he said. I'd tell you afterwards if I did.
I don't think Dreyfus is a bad master. I think he's quite good in the role.
I'm on him.
Oh wait, you haven't heard the Psychic Circus yet. That's his best one. Oh wait, no, you probably only heard Destination Wars with him, right?
I only heard Destination Wars.
Oh yeah, he's great in his other two as well.
I really love him in Home Guard.
Yeah, Home Guard. Oh yeah, he's very Delgado. He's very Delgado.
So surreal.
Yeah.
Is it Simon Guerrier wrote that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a Guerrier script.
I loved listening to the behind the scenes on that one. Him saying like the Dad's Army influences there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was just so cool. Such a cool script.
I really hope we get more early adventures.
We're not gonna get more early adventures.
Why do you think that?
Because they haven't announced anything yet. And this is usually the time of year that they start releasing early adventures.
Well, the last two were released in November.
Well, yeah, but then the year before that, and every year before that, they did September through December.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Maybe they'll be back.
Oh, Jacob, did you listen to Time Apart yet?
Time Apart? Yes, I did.
Yeah, it was really good. I liked it.
Yeah, I feel really bad for the author of the third story.
Oh, you didn't know about him before?
I did. I didn't realize it was him, though.
Yeah. They even threw the little...
What was wrong with the author of the third story?
He passed away.
Oh.
Yeah, they even threw like a little
Also,
message.
Lovecraft Invasion was great.
I liked it. I think I prefer Scorched Earth. There were a few things.
Scorched Earth was probably better. Yeah, Scorched Earth was probably better.
Like I'd say, like when I rank up the Sixth Doctor trilogy, it was probably Cry the Vulturous, Lovecraft Invasion, and then.
How was Cry of the Vulturous, by the way? Me being an Ice Warrior weeb, I haven't.
Oh, it was actually really good. There was.
It was very Curse of Peladon. It was very Curse of Peladon in places.
Yeah.
But never enough to be a full ripoff of Curse.
Just in the political spectrum of it.
Just like the same style of story. So.
Yeah.
Well, I like that style of story. If I'm not a huge fan of. Curse.
Also, I think you guys might like Adam Adamant Lives.
I have no interest. Did we just say the same thing?
We did, yes.
In the same way?
Yeah.
Well, if anyone watching really likes the Pertwee era, Adam Adamant Lives is what inspired it.
Okay, so pitch it to me, Jacob. What is Adam Adamant Lives?
So, Adam Adamant is this Edwardian adventurer guy, right? Who gets frozen. Stop snoring. He gets frozen and is basically waking up in the 60s and like he fights crime.
Ooh,
it is as camp as it sounds, and it's really fun.
Nice.
It was also created by Verity Lambert, I think, after Doctor Who. Yeah. It's basically what inspired both the Pertwee era and Austin Powers.
Nice.
It's Austin Powers done straight.
Oh yeah, but Lovecraft Invasion was the actor who played Lovecraft. I didn't like him, and just I don't know. I think any problems that I have with it had to do with Lovecraft himself. I just didn't like the way I liked the way it was characterized, and I liked when certain characters would look at him from the outside and like try to explain why he was the pathetic man that he was, and like why he was afraid of anything outside of his own house. But like,
I don't think that made him pathetic enough.
But there were some times where, like, what's the name of the other character? Calypso. When she just like turned around and she was like, "Your ex-wife was a Jew," and she like started spouting off Wikipedia facts, and I was like, "Oh, okay,
yeah, that scene was cringe." Also,
yeah.
There's evidence of support that later in his life, around this time, he started to have at least some self-reflection.
Well, I did really like that last note that the Doctor had when he was talking to Constance, and he was like, if I didn't have any hope that people like that could change their ways, I would have given up traveling a long time ago. Like, I really like that. It's a great way to approach like the Doctor confronting questionable historical figures.
Yeah, especially because people again. We have this problem of people wanting to put people into either good or bad categories.
Yeah.
And no one is 100% good, and no one in general is 100% bad.
That's why I like flawed protagonists a lot.
And if you Godwin me in the comments, I will be very annoyed.
And if what?
If you Godwin me in the comments, I will be very annoyed.
Godwin you? And
Godwin. Godwin's Law.
What's Godwin's Law?
Any argument will eventually devolve to comparing someone to Hitler.
That's. I mean. That does seem to be happening more and more frequently.
Yeah.
Hitler, another historical figure that the Doctor pals around with.
Oh, hi, Time Worm Exodus.
Dude, I'm telling you, I
played him.
Oh yeah, actually, that was the other thing I wanted to bring up earlier. I've been reading.
We're at the bit where they're turning into birds and a toad.
I've been reading New Adventures to my sister, and she finished Time Worm Genesis, and now we're a little over halfway through Time Worm Exodus, and I just started having to read Hitler lines, and of course I've been doing my best Brian Corrigan impression.
How has she been reacting to that? Because she's
what's interesting is like for being like as young as she is, but like also as mature as she is, and having seen like Let's Go Hitler, having a very vague idea of what World War II is like Terrence Dicks being still the children's author that he is, presents it in a way that like she's also learning about World War II at the same time.
This dude was not a good person.
Yeah.
This dude murdered millions.
Like, and it's interesting, like the two different approaches that the very first two New Adventures take to the Doctor dealing with questionable historical figures. I think the way that the Doctor deals with his necessary evils in palling around with Hitler and Exodus are a lot better handled than
you can tell he hates it. You can tell he is not enjoying what he's doing.
Yeah. The only like sense of joy you could feel in the Doctor here is like when he gets to scream and like shout at Nazis, and that's because he's screaming and shouting at Nazis, not because he likes being a Nazi.
Yes, he's like, finally, I get to actually stand up for justice.
Yeah.
Because even at Seven's most manipulative and most bastardy,
he's not a Nazi.
He's not evil.
Yeah.
Like same with Colin. Like even Colin, Colin's never portrayed as evil. And anyone who tries to portray the Sixth Doctor as evil clearly misunderstands the character.
Man,
got a cough there, Brian?
This was a really bad piece of Twitter discourse to happen before recording this commentary.
I blame Brian. This is all Brian's fault.
He went out of his way to tackle this guy.
I did. I was pissed. Look, I have to get in the headspace of the Sixth Doctor when I play him. I understand the character a lot. I know how to write.
I mean, especially at a story like Time of Your Life. Like, I'm sure that must have been pretty different, to understand that particular point in his life immediately post-trial.
That particularly sad.
Not particularly, because I just, like I said, I just have my mind wrapped around the Colin Baker Doctors. Like, I know him.
Oh, excuse me. Oh yeah, I do really like the makeup on this. Oh, that's so good.
It's really fucking grosses me out every time I see it.
Can we talk? If we're talking about Phantom of the Opera like characters, can we talk about how terrible the makeup is in the Phantom movie from 2004?
Oh yeah.
It looks like a light sunburn. Which is funny because this guy kind of looks like Gerard Butler.
You have a light sunburn, dude. I'm deformed.
Oh, thus the meme was born.
The man who never would.
Well, that and just the general picture of Colin aiming the gun.
The State of Change tackles the whole Perry as a bird thing, right?
Yeah, that it still like what is it, like sort of dwells inside her. And like or like wherever they were, like it sort of like reactivated the gene.
Which is weird.
Yeah.
Did they do that in Widow's Assassin?
No.
No.
Why am I thinking of Widow's Assassin?
Because it's got a bird-looking thing on the cover.
Oh, that's a point.
It's got a bird for 6 and Salty Perry's back this month.
Yes.
And the people who wrote Live 34 are writing for her.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're in this set.
Nice. That and also the other release I'm really excited for this month is Thin Time and Madquake.
Yeah.
I'm just really excited to see where we take Mark.
Yes, but also Slitheen.
I don't mind Slitheen, especially after watching all of Sarah Adventures. I just kind of wish it was the Blatherine because they're cool.
Is it going to be the Slitheen, or is it just going to be it might be a different family?
Well, no, because I think all the different families are supposed to have different colors.
Isn't there like a red one and a blue one?
Well, the Blatherine are orange, and I don't think we've seen any other families.
Yeah.
Also, 10th Doctor in River Song looks cool.
The covers look nice. I mean, and Tom Webster just does a phenomenal. He's one of the best. He's right up there with Lee Binding for me. Out of Time looks cool, but I can't get myself too hyped for it because I know it's just going to be like this fan-wanky bullshit.
The Doctor's an abusive cunt, Joey. I was seeing right there.
Let's talk about something positive with Sixie and Perry and Salty Perry. The writing for this set looks really, really good. Looks really promising.
Doesn't Jacqueline Rayner write a story?
Yeah, it's Parsons and Sterling Brown, aka the people who did Live 34. Nice. Jacqueline Rayner, Stuart Manning, who that is a name I know. What has he done? He's a cover artist. I think he's a cover artist.
I'm glad that Jacqueline Rayner is coming back and regularly writing for Big Finish again now.
Oh yeah.
Because she stopped for a while there, it seems.
But also a Nev Fountain. We're getting another Nev Fountain.
Oh yeah, I love Nev Fountain. I also really liked the Christmas anthology last year with him and Perry by Nev Fountain.
I thought it was okay.
I loved that one.
I can't get into the one free episode there is. I think it's actually the title one, Blood on Santa's Claw.
I think part of my problem was I was really hoping we would get. I want another Iris story with 6.
What does that have to do with Salty Perry?
Well, with Blood on Santa's Claw, I thought there was going to be a Palmar script in there.
Wait, is Blood on Santa's Claw a Salty Perry story?
No.
Yes, it is.
No, technically it isn't.
It is. I guarantee you they're going to reference it in the Sixth Doctor and Perry box set.
I remember when you hadn't listened to the Salty Perry trilogy and you got really mad every time I referred to it as that.
Me?
Yes, you.
No.
You specifically. You had an issue with it. I was like, listen to the fucking stories, Joey, and you'll see what I mean.
Brian, I listened to the Salty Perry trilogy before you.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
I'm almost certain you didn't.
I think you listened to Widow's Assassin. I think you listened to Widow's Assassin before me, but I think I finished it before you.
Are we having another Brian and Joey fight on our hands?
You may have finished it before me, but I listened to Widows and the Masters of Earth before you did.
Doubt. Press X to doubt.
Well, yeah, because I bought Widow's Assassin and Masters of Earth together. Ronnie Elite was the only one I was missing.
I really hope we get more Ronnie in the future.
Oh yeah, I want more Siobhan Rodman. She was great.
I still don't like the Ronnie. I've never liked the Ronnie.
Neither have I, but I think Siobhan Redmond kind of won me over with it, especially in Ronnie Elite.
Here's the thing: Pip and Jane Baker have a great pitch with the Ronnie, but
no, their pitch is just fucking female master.
Well, the whole idea of ruthless scientist who knows no bounds.
I have Davros for that, man. If I want that, I go to Davros. I mean, Joey's right. Pip and Jane Baker just do female master when they're writing the Ronnie. You know what Time Lord villain I do like?
The Monk?
The Monk. I pretty much like all of them except for the Ronnie. I like Barusa.
Especially Battle for the Universe Barusa.
Oh yeah, definitely Battle for the Universe.
I watched that video.
What a sexy hunk.
I'm so mad that the audio got corrupted on the one I did with Dylan because man,
I'm so mad. Fucking Connor won.
So what was some of that art like?
Especially the one for fucking Shockeye.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was the Absorbaloff at first, but then I had to remind myself it was made in 1987.
Again,
Dylan said you had a lot of trouble with it.
I did, because I wasn't playing a guessing game with a whole ass team, you and Connor.
Well, he said, what was it? Yours was the first one you had trouble with was the Master.
Well, yeah, I had trouble. Okay, come on. How am I gonna put together that thing is the Master?
He's wearing all black and he's got a beard.
But I was expecting like a better likeness, especially given like the cards that Dylan shows beforehand of the monsters. Like they actually look like the monsters, and I'm like, oh, okay. So if the Master's gonna show up, I'm expecting it to look like Anthony Ainley.
Fucking BDSM Romana though.
Tegan though.
I was like, the Fifth Doctor? Martin Jarvis, I want your PP.
Jesus Christ. Jacob muted himself.
Oh, that's why. Okay. I was like, there's an awkward silence ensuing, so I decided to do that.
I mean, hey, it's not a bad way to break it up.
He's so good! I love him.
I think I'm going to move up the Warriors of the Deep commentary. Because originally next was going to be Invasion of Time, but I think because that's a larger group recording and I have a couple of videos to catch up on this month, I want to do just the two of us first. And so we'll do Warriors.
Oh, is Warriors of the Deep just you and me?
It is.
Dude, that's going to be... The first video we did together was on Warriors of the Deep, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Shit. That was a while ago. We were still friends with one Gallifreyan Entertainment at that point.
That video also featured
absolute...
That video
it does feature him.
It does?
It does, yeah, because it was the first podcast of Death, and it was... I did Warriors of the Deep, you did... What did Jacob do? I know Kieran did Domain of the Void. What did Jacob do, though?
Where is the podcast of
Beast of Orlok. Beast of Orlok. That was it.
Yeah, right, yeah.
That wasn't the first video I did with Jacob, though. I think the first video I did with anyone was the first Streams of Doom.
Very probably. Possibly.
Yeah, no, that was the first time I'd ever done a video with any of you. And that was the first time I ever considered doing Doctor Who YouTube. Fuck.
Basically, I created you.
I think I helped convincing him to read the VNAs.
That's true. I don't know. Oh, by the way, also, next month's Celestial podcast is another VNA one, Jacob.
It is.
Although we still have to do the main range one.
Yeah, and we have to do the thing.
Yeah, that other video.
Just making sure I heard this right.
And that other thing. Well, wait, no. When are we doing that other thing?
That other thing we'll do when we record the next VNA podcast.
Oh, we'll do it at the same time?
Yeah, we'll do it at the same... Yeah, because it'll be just you, me, and Mason again.
Yeah. Are we going to do a thing like we did with the Time Worm?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, when are we going to do that?
I want to wait until we're done with Scales, because I think we'll do like a retrospective of Time of Your Life through Scales.
Cool, because Cat's Cradle isn't going to be much to talk about, because...
Am I going to get to be a part of that, or am I fucking off for that one?
Well, no, you're trailer editor, and you edited all the trailers for those stories, so...
Oh, I get to be part of it! Yes!
I'd also maybe like to bring in 1 or 2 actors.
Well, I do still want to have Ark on it, because he was still executive producer on those first 4 stories, and he helped cast the first 2.
Yeah.
We could get a couple of the regulars, so maybe like...
I know Marcus was in basically all of them.
Yeah.
What? Oh shit, he wasn't he?
Yeah.
In like very big roles too.
Well, he was kind of smaller.
Well, no, because he did a Shepherd in Time of Your Life. He did The Process in Time's Crucible, Mulray in Warhead, Goibney in Witchmark, and now he's Benton and the Pale Man in Scales.
Yeah. Which you're all in for a treat with Scales.
Oh god, Scales is so good.
I just heard the first like 3 minutes of it the other night.
Brian, so
yeah, Brian. I sent that to Jacob too after we were done talking.
Joey actually heard my reaction.
Because like, dude, you started listening to it and you heard Gibbons as the Brigadier, and you're like, oh.
Is that Nick Courtney?
Yeah, I pretty much shat my pants so hard I rocketed out through the roof.
He's so good. Oh my god! And of course, Marcus as Benton. He's great, and as the Pale Man.
It's such a different villain performance from him.
Oh, the Pale Man. Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Because Marcus thinks he's typecast. Here's the thing. The dude
I don't think I've ever cast Marcus as the same villain twice.
Fuck! I wish I was cast as the main villain more.
Marcus is just a villain actor, my man. I can't do anything about that.
Yeah.
I can do it too.
Okay, fine,
Brian, you were Hitler.
I know.
Brian, you can
That's
play
what
Butler.
I'm saying.
You can play Butler or Swarf in the pit.
Well, you know what? Actually, I was what show was against? Oh yeah, because I would also consider Chad Boyle like one of the main villains of Revelation.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's where Saul played one of the main good guys. Oh, that's where Marcus played one of the main good guys as Saul. So
yeah, one of the few times we've given him a good guy role. Yes, we cast him as villains.
Actually, speaking of how great Marcus Cotton is, gonna start releasing the Romance of Crime audiobook next month.
Oh yes, I'm excited to listen to that.
And that has been brilliant. Brian and Marcus have been doing a great job on that. So.
He did. Chapter 3 was really engaging. Joey, you've read it, so I guess you know what happens. I haven't read it before, so I'm still figuring it out. But I guess there's this bit where Margot's mind is like she's having violent thoughts being put into it.
Cool.
And so Marcus does like a really evil, scary voice. I improved it and put an effect on it. So
nice.
He's just the thing that sticks out in my head is he says something along the lines of, he's going on about how it would be nice to watch this person suffer, and he goes, to see his bones dissolve. And I was just like,
damn. Oh fuck.
I was like,
he's so good. God damn. Can you fucking believe, Jacob? Can you believe Marcus was one of the last auditions we got for Exodus? He was almost late.
He wasn't he?
He was almost fucking late to that audition, and we had another war chief lined up.
Also, because we're talking about auditions, everybody, in September.
Yep, next month. We are casting.
Do we have a date?
We do have a date. I don't know it yet, though. I will do an announcement when I remember to look into it.
Yeah. So keep an eye out.
Mid-September. I know it's like right before my birthday, so somewhere around like a little bit before the 20th.
Big boy question though: is Magnus Greel in shadow of Wang Chiang at all?
No, but Mr. Sin is.
Ah, damn it! Because I was gonna say if he was Marcus, Marcus could do it.
Let the talons of Wang Chiang.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Because like the thing he did yesterday was like a really scary version of that.
Nice. Yeah, no.
Watch his bones dissolve.
Yeah, no. There's a different villain in Shadow and Mr. Sin. Which, by the way, actually, speaking of Mr. Sin, who was in the Jago and Lightfoot series I just listened to, Series 5 was great.
Some people don't like Series 5.
Yeah, well, those people can fuck off.
Brax.
I was resisting the urge.
Brax. I love you, buddy.
Well, I mean, Brax doesn't watch our videos anyway, so he can fuck off.
He sometimes does.
Oh, and I also listened to Series 6, and I really like Series 6 too.
Yeah. I
originally, when I first heard the Colonel at the end of Series 5, I thought it was David Warner for a second.
I really, really hope that the entire series goes on sale soon.
It just went on sale.
No, it didn't.
Only series
1 through 6.
And that's where I picked up 5 and 6, and I listened to them. And they were great.
Because I've already.
By the way, Jacob, you've heard that that trilogy of 6 Doctor main ranges with Mel that starts with the Wrong Doctors and then has 2 other.
Yes.
Okay, so like I really like the Wrong Doctors, and I got the other 2 in that Bonnie Langford sale, and I listened to Spaceport Fear today, and I fucking hated that.
Yeah, it's a very meh story. I like Seeds of War though.
Okay. Because, like, man, I am really discouraged from listening to Seeds of War now.
Seeds of War, it all depends on how much you like The Eminence.
Oh no!
See, I like The Eminence.
The Eminence. Oh. I was gonna listen to that at some point. Now I'm not. Fuck that shit. No. Hell
I
no.
like the Eminence.
I I hate the Eminence.
So Brian's being the edgy contrarian.
As a concept, I can get on board with them, but they fucking suck.
I will say Wrong Doctors is the best of that trilogy because Wrong Doctors is,
Oh yeah,
is
I
just
really
brilliant. The problem is Wrong Doctors is brilliant.
Well, Wrong Doctors is the most talked about out of that trilogy, I think.
You know, looking at Sil here, I got reminded of how great the Eagle Moss figurine is, and I just got reminded that I just did an Eagle Moss order because Time Lord Set 2 is finally up on the American shop, and I don't know if you guys know what Time Lord Set 2 is, but
Isn't it Eric Roberts and the Monk?
It is. It is Eric Roberts Master and Peter Butterworth's Monk.
Which, can I just say, that is such a weird fucking combo.
Well, the Time Lord sets aren't meant to be like logical combinations. They're just like, hey, here are some Time Lords, and we're throwing them in a set, and you can buy them.
I did a checklist of all the Eagle Moss figurines that I want. Basically, all the classic era ones.
Oh yeah, but Time Lord Set 1 was Curator and Romana 2, which kind of makes sense. But then I think 3 is Romana and Barusa, Romana 1 and Barusa from The Deadly Assassin. Then I want to say 4 is the Inquisitor from Trial, and oh, who's the other one? I can't remember. Fuck. Because there was already a Valiant figure.
Goth?
No.
I like Goth too. Goth.
I like Goth too. Yeah.
Wait a minute. I just realized Jerry's in Scales of Injustice, isn't he?
That he is. As
Who is he
Robert
playing?
Lyons. He's Robert Lyons. He has, I think, 2 scenes, I want to say. One of which is a really long conversation with the Doctor, which I'll be editing tomorrow.
Oh, is that the police chief?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really funny. We're not opposed to doing stuff with really, really big casts.
Oh, that's it. It's the Inquisitor and the Ronnie.
Oh.
Inquisitor Darkle. Or
Yes.
Darkal. How do you say? Is it Darkle or Darkal?
It's Darkle.
Darkle. That's how it. Okay.
Yeah,
I haven't.
I've only been saying the Inquisitor because I guess she doesn't have an official name on TV, and that's how she's credited on the box.
Yeah, because they probably can't. There are issues with big.
Well, I mean,
stuff.
Oh fuck!
Well,
we're at the end.
Well, no, because they could do. Well, they did real time Colin, and they did that Livchenko set.
Yeah, but you have to get like special permission and things. But
and
Vengeance on Varos is great.
That it is. That's the rest of what I wanted to say. My new Eagle Moss order. I got the Time Lord Set 2. I got the Reconnaissance Dalek from Resolution. I got Magnus Greel and shit. Which was the other one? Fuck. I can't remember who.
Was it a Zarbi?
No, I already have the Zarbi.
Lewis Butters will be happy.
I could share it again on Twitter.
I think the next one I'm gonna try and track down is Omega. I know he goes in and out of print, so like
the first or the Michael Collier one.
Stephen Thorne.
Oh, I have the Stephen Thorne one. That one's usually in stock.
It's out of stock right now, but I'm sure they'll
Is it
put
really?
it back in stock.
It used to be in stock all the fucking time.
Well, I imagine it's gone in and out of stock before.
Meanwhile, I don't have any Eagle Moss figurines.
I have a Cyberman and the fourth Doctor one on the way.
But yeah, that was Vengeance on Varos is always.
That went by really fast.
Yeah,
it's a fun watch. I really like it.
We also had good conversation throughout. So
I feel like there's one or two things that happen when I'm on. Either I can mitigate.
Oh, that was it. Yeah, I got the Valiant. That was the other one that I got.
Yeah. Either I can mitigate the cancer, or I just make it worse.
And this time, I don't know. It was pretty down the middle.
I don't know. I had some good, wanting to suck Martin Jarvis PP jokes in there.
Yeah,
I think so. wasn't entirely cancer, but I managed to inject some of it.
I love how we're just reflecting on our insanity while the credits roll.
And we had some very not so subtle jabs at script scribbles.
Yep.
Fun times.
Script scribbles, we don't hate you. We just hate your opinions.
I don't know. I kind of hate him.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, script scribbles, I don't hate you. I just hate your opinions.
He's lying. He actually hates you. Goodbye. Mwah.